Hey guys, I'm back with another YouTube video. And eventually I will get a tripod so my camera won't shake around as much. But as you can tell by the title, these are my views on Civil War. Now, I'm not going to go into detail about I'm not going to go into detail on a review or anything because I feel like everybody's pretty much already said their opinion on it. I liked it. I thought the fight scenes were good. It was pretty good. But my main problems actually, like, I really liked it. Like, again, everybody's said their piece on it, so if you've seen a review, that's pretty much what I would say. But uh, that's pretty much what I would say in a review. But everybody already saw it like a week in advance, so what are you gonna do? But as I was saying, it was really good. I enjoyed Black Panther, Spider-Man. I'm going to get to. Just wait. As you can tell, I'm wearing a Spider-Man costume because he appears in the movie. But Black Panther, I liked. I like everybody in the movie. It was good. Okay, now on to the problems. Now here is where the review, in my opinion, gets a little different from everybody else's reviews. Not saying that I'm the best YouTube reviewer, but I'm just saying everybody's always talking about how good it is. I'm gonna talk about what my opinion was. It's not necessarily good. It's just it's not. I'm not going to sit here and praise the movie. I'm gonna talk about what was different, what I didn't like, and just some fears I have going into the other movies. Okay, now some things that were different. Oh, by the way, this is going to contain spoilers. Just so you know, it's probably going to be in the title, but just in case nobody reads that, there's going to be spoilers. Anyway, so now when I went into this movie, I had seen a few comic pop videos, and a few just YouTube videos, but mostly I got my idea on what was going to happen from comic pop, and one of their takes on the Phase 3 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe videos, but that's not important. They were saying that Captain America was going to die, and they would bring him back in the Infinity War Part 1 or whatever. And, that made sense at first, but now that I think about it, he didn't die in Civil War, which is, odd. He dies in the comics, but again, not everything has to be a perfect adaptation. There are things that has to be changed and whatnot. So, he doesn't die. Okay, that's one difference. But how is this going to affect the cinematic universe? Because my thoughts were, Cap's going to die, Bucky's going to become Cap in the future movies, and then they'd bring him back in the Infinity War. But no, that doesn't make sense at all if you really think about it. Because Chris Evans' contract is winding down to one more movie. So he's pretty much going to die in Infinity War Part 1 or 2. So, no, Part 1. Yeah. Spoiler alert. But again, I already said there's spoilers. Anyway, that's my take on it. I could be wrong, but again, his contract's going down to one more movie. He could renew it. I don't know. That's up to him. But also, I can't. No, I already touched on it. And again, Bucky isn't going to be Captain America because he gets frozen. So that's strange. And I feel like the reason he got frozen was kind of pointless. Because he said, like, oh, I'm going to hurt people and everything. Like, how? I mean, okay, he could hurt people off screen, sure. But in the upcoming movies, I don't think there's anything where he could hurt anybody. Like, you're going to have Thanos, who I don't think knows anything about Bucky, so he's not going to, he's not going to say one freight car homecoming. Like, he's not going to brainwash Bucky. So, I mean, I don't think Bucky is really going to hurt anybody. So I feel like that was kind of a dumb reason to freeze yourself. I mean, granted, whatever. But also, I kind of didn't like the villain, Baron Zemo. I believe it's Baron Zemo. I mean, in the movie, they do call him Zemo. But I kind of didn't like him, because when he was on screen, I'm like, this guy again? I was only invested into the villain's story. I mean, it was okay, but I wasn't like, super excited about it. I also kind of didn't like the way they introduced it, like when you had like the intro, it said like 1991 or whatever, and it said like the place they're in. I forget, but it like I don't. It's kind of a nitpick, sure, but it kind of reminds me of like a hipstery vibe. So it's like, eh. But the main topic of of today's video is Spider-Man, because I'm wearing the costume and everything. But when I was watching the movie, I was really excited. I really was pumped about Spider-Man, Tom Holland. Like, my mouth was like, I was, like, I was smiling the entire time he was on screen. Like, I was crying. Well, I wasn't crying, but, my eyes were teary and whatever. But it was really enjoyable. But when I got back, I sort of relaxed, and I started thinking about it. And, well, I didn't think about it until I watched some YouTube videos on reviews and spoilers and whatnot. And they bring up some good points. For one, I kind of don't like Aunt May. Like, like she's not really supposed to be young. Again, you don't have to be a perfect adaptation. But, like, the main thing on Spider-Man is that, and I've heard him in reviews say, like, not reviews, but interviews, interviews, he says, I always wanted Aunt May to be like, Peter, I'm sick, and you need to go get this medicine, but he's fighting, the Green Goblin halfway across town, so how is he gonna get the medicine? Is he gonna fight Green Goblin? Like, is he gonna have time for this? Is he gonna have time for prom, and to get the medicine, and to fight this bad guy? Like, his life is gonna be stressful. But if she's young, she's not gonna, like, have a heart attack. She's not gonna be in the hospital 24/7. So, that's one flaw. But also, if you don't know, Robert Downey Jr. is said to be in Spider-Man Homecoming, which I don't necessarily like. Because, Spider-Man's a solo character. That's his main thing. It's the thing I like about him is he's solo. Kind of like Daredevil. He's solo. He just, like, fights this guy and that guy, moves on with his life. And the thing is, they can't really, like, as far as I know, they can't really do anything with Iron Man. Like, they can maybe, either, give Peter some wisdom or something. They could take from the Ultimate Comics and make Tony train Peter. They could, help. They could have like a bonding moment where he kind of helps Peter on his suit and his spider tracers or something like that. But I don't know. That's another thing. And also, like, a lot of people are saying this is the best version of Spider-Man. Now, that's an interesting thing to say. Now, I do think that he was good. Again, I was smiling the entire time he was on screen. I really enjoyed him, but it's interesting to say because we've only seen him on screen for 30 minutes and a post after credits scene. So I mean, I don't know. I thought he was good in the movie, but Angry Joe himself in one of the reviews, man, I keep mixing those two up. He said, like, they're just gonna do the same Spider-Man story again. And he's maybe too young, which again, I don't think is a big deal. Like, he's supposed to be young, like, until now, because he's got a business and whatnot. But, originally he was supposed to be young, a teenager. That was different. But, as Angry Joe said, like, they're just gonna do the same movie over again. that's kind of an interesting topic to think about as well, because, I'm like, I just, because, like, Spider-Man, I thought, again, he was good, but, like, now this could be based on just, like, the way my theater was, because I haven't talked about this yet, but my theater was horrible. Like, everybody was, like, crunching their popcorn, and which, granted, you have to eat popcorn for movies. So, whatever. Maybe I was just, like, maybe I was pulling a Daredevil and my senses were on high or something. But, like, everybody was, like, crushing their popcorn bags, and, like, the door kept opening for some reason. Like, it just, like, you could see the light, like, over here, There was light, and it was like, you're distracting from my movie experience. I've been waiting, like, a whole year to see this, and you're ruining it. Granted, I could watch it on DVD or something, but I want to experience this, like, in the theater and everything. And my parents were talking, is that Psylocke? No, it's not Psylocke. Anyway, that was a small little rant. But from what I gathered, like, I don't know, Peter Parker was, again, it was my first viewing. I don't know, maybe my thoughts will change the second viewing. But Spider-Man was fine. He was good. I hope they don't make him joke too much, because I want him to be serious when he's supposed to be serious, Like, he's fighting, some burglars, and he jokes around a lot, but then when he's fighting Venom and he's getting his butt whooped, he stops joking. No more jokes. I'm losing. This time to really fight. I want it to be like that, because that's what I envision as Spider-Man, which, granted, not everybody has the same take on Spider-Man. But, it's just my take on it. But, Peter Parker, to me, like, again, I wasn't fully focused on Peter Parker. I was kind of just like, people are talking, I'm just, like, maybe I was just too starstruck, I guess, to hear what was going on, but I don't know, like, he was okay as Peter Parker. I don't know. So, don't hate me or anything, but just my take. Just some views on Civil War. And you never know, like, Homecoming could be, like, great, or, when I get it on DVD, I'm sure my opinion will change. Another thing I like to put out, Ant-Man was really good. I really liked Ant-Man. And, another thing is that, if you watch Black Note Comedy, War Machine was said to die, and that was going to be really sad, because I'm not the biggest War Machine fan or anything, but I really like War Machine, because, when Ant-Man turns into Giant Man, War Machine, like, he's got, like, all his guns popped out, like, and he just, like, fires all his missiles. That's what I like about War Machine. So I hope we get to see War Machine again. I also like the reference to The Empire Strikes Back from Spider-Man. I like that reference. So that was pretty cool when he, you guys remember that really old movie, Empire Strikes Back? That was good, but again, Peter Parker was kind of, like, iffy to me. But again, I wasn't fully focused on that, so I could be wrong. That's just my take. Thanks for watching, and peace, YouTube. Alright.